Hey everybody, what's good? We're going to take a look at another Steven Silver video. If you didn't know who Steven Silver is, he is a character designer down in LA. He's been in the animation industry for a good long while, so he knows what he's talking about, and you should check out his channel if you're interested in being an animator or a character designer. You should take a look at his channel because he is just a fountain of knowledge and really good resource, and he even has classes that he offers on his channel. So in the description of this video I will leave a link to his channel so you can check him out. You can actually take a look at his art right there. That's Kim Possible, and he gave me that because we're boys like that. We tabled at an animation conference across from each other once, and I got to hang out with him and meet him and stuff, and he's just really cool. So I'm looking forward to this video because every time he comes out with one of these art talks, man, he gives it to you straight. Will always say that about him. I think he's a complete badass, but the one thing he doesn't tend to sugarcoat things. He just gives it to you. I'm going to be working on this kid's book, but before we get into this video, remember to go to coconutjustice.com so you can get some clothes that I think look good on you. Let's get into it. All right, Steven Silver, preparing for your future. Let's see what he has to say. You should go there, silverdrawingacademy.com.
All right, welcome to another art talk. So today I wanted to talk about just getting prepared for this new future that we're moving into. We've just come out of a year,
he's talking about AI,
a little over a year of just world-changing things that happen in all of our lives. Some of us, it greatly affected our lives, destroyed our lives in many ways, and other people, it was a whole new light and a whole new beginning, and it did something. So it doesn't matter where you were within that time frame. All that we want to start thinking about now is from this day forward and starting to prepare for what it is you're going to do as we move out of this pandemic back into the way the life was. You know, there was something that happened where I felt last year, just became a lot more patience in people. People just started to realize, oh, I got to wait in line for something. I'm not going to be in such a rush anymore. So there were a lot of these good silver linings that came out of it. But now that we're moving towards this new future, it means moving towards new goal settings. It means getting yourself out of the pandemic mindset and start saying to yourself that, you know, there's conventions coming up, there's networking opportunities, there's organizations I want to start going back to, there's life drawing classes I want to attend, whatever it may be, that you're going to start moving yourself back into that way. So you're starting to even just set goals for yourself, because you might be trying to put together that portfolio, create that graphic novel.
He's giving us a lot in a little bit, and he is talking about the pandemic. Even though this was released one day ago, I wonder if he didn't record this back when we were coming out of the pandemic. But whether it be pandemic or AI, your livelihood is still under attack. That things are going to change, and I think what he's saying is get yourself prepared. Like, no matter what, you're going to have to do more learning, setting priorities and a to-do list. Maybe I'll do like a tutorial video or whatever to show you guys how I maintain the process and just keeping the wheels rolling on so many different projects. Like right now I have an animation, I have this book, there's a couple short films that I have to edit. There's some character design that I have to do. So I have all kinds of ideas, all kinds of times, and all kinds of things are happening and moving all at the same time. And you really have to lean into like the business part of it. The business side of being a professional artist keeps you productive, and it keeps you focused so you can get all of these projects down. If you are looking to make yourself a portfolio like he's talking about, the best way to make a portfolio is to give yourself a bunch of projects that you can do. And at the end of the year, then you get the best parts of all of your projects and put them together in a portfolio. And then that way, whether or not you're trying to go into the studio system, that's neither here nor there. You have all these projects and you have a portfolio, so then you can show whoever the client is going to be, whether it's, say, a mom and pop shop down the street or a big studio, or maybe you're pitching a small animation studio somewhere, so you can show them what you're capable of doing. What he's saying is legit. You want to pay attention to what he's saying. You want to keep yourself moving. You want to put things on a schedule and make sure that you deliver on the projects that you're working on, because it's only going to make your life that much easier.
Book, whatever it is that you're trying to do, portfolio, create that graphic novel, that comic book, whatever it is that you're trying to do, these are the things you're starting to prepare to say to yourself, by maybe in November or next January in 22, next February, things are going to start coming back, and I want to be prepared when I'm there. So that's why it's so important at this time just to start writing down, again, your goals, reset. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you're trying to accomplish, and start to organize it?
If you think about it, writing down your goals is a lot like a business plan. People think that a business plan is like this big monolithic thing that you can't change, and it's not necessarily that. The only difference between making a list of goals for yourself and a business plan is just a business plan is geared more towards your business, and your goals are more personal, right? So what you do is you make a list of all the things that you want to accomplish. That gives you a thing to focus on. Here's a list of things that I want to do. You don't have to say, you don't walk into your studio and be like, okay, what do I work on now? This helps me a ton, where I come into my studio and I know exactly what I need to be working on, because I have a very long list of things, and I have different sections where the different projects are in different portions of the process, whether it's writing, whether it's character design, whether it's storyboarding. I have a column for each one of these steps in the process, and then I just take whatever project I'm working on and I just click and drag them to whatever column that certain project is at any given time. So then that way I always have something to do. And I know exactly where I am in the process because I can see it. Anyway, let's get back to Steven.
Creep up on you pretty quick, and before you know it, it's going to be here, and it's no longer going to be a situation where you can say, well, I can't do it because of this, I can't do it because of that. And especially if you're in that mindset where you felt the pandemic was, which like rightfully so, was stopping us from doing a lot of things. But now, as we start to see the world open up in many ways and a lot of different things, even though they're going to change, there's going to be definitely changes to a lot of things. We can still make sure that we're preparing for that future goal. And that's what I just wanted to make sure that I got across through you today. Make sure that it hopefully resonates with you and move yourself into that place, because you're the only one that knows where you kind of want to go. You're the only one with inside you that knows exactly what your goal is. And if you don't, it's very important to make sure that you spend that time, even today, even right after this, to start writing down what your true wants are, and start arranging that, start setting up that schedule, start building up those new habits, the daily habits, the weekly habits. And that way you can even start tracking things backwards. If you say, well, I'm going to start, my goal is I see there's something opening up that I want to attend and show my artwork or whatever else it may be by December, you start to look at where we are in the month and you start going backwards and go, well, that gives me this many months, this many days, and start that sort of preparation. All right. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching, and make it a great day. Take care.
Actually, that was really helpful. One of the things that artists are notorious, or rightfully or unrightfully so, artists have a tendency to be a little, not aloof is the wrong word, but a little less organized. And that's just because our brains are, operating on Red Bull or whatever. But going off of the fact that he was saying is you have to stay organized and stay focused, because it just makes the production process easier. And going back to his list of things that you want to accomplish, it's also beneficial for when you're out there talking to other creative people. You know, you bust out your list and you say, these are all the things. I do that with my friends all the time. I show them, I have a reminders list on my iPad and iPhone, but it has all of the projects that I want to work on. And then it has different columns with, and we talked about this earlier, but the different columns are the different parts of the creation process, right? And so I can take that long list and just show my friends, and some of them are like, hey, I can help you do blah, blah, blah. It's not just for you, but also you can show your friends that all of the projects that you have going on, and they might even be able to help. Steven Silver, please check out his channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with each and every one of your friends. And if you want to come hang out with me while I watch videos and work on creative projects, hit that subscribe button. And there's a little bell right next to it. If you click that, every time I come out with something new, you'll be alerted. Don't forget to go to coconutjustice.com and get yourself some nice gear. It's dope. coconutjustice.com. And with that, I'm out.
Coconut Justice.